In the first part of our program, we looked at the need for high-quality, competent staff in the veterinary hospital and the role that an effective training program can play in developing them. We introduced 3 elements that should be addressed in a training program: attitude, skills, and knowledge, and suggested an easy way to remember them was to use a simple acronym ASK. Remember that if you want better performance, you have to ask for it. In Part 1, we look more closely at skills and knowledge and how repetition, measurement, and reward could be used to effectively teach these elements. Here in Part 2, we'll explore the area of attitude and how it affects performance, as well as how it too might be incorporated into an overall training program. When thinking of attitude, most people often define it in abstract and subjective terms, such as good or bad, up or down, positive or negative. We say things such as, "She has a really positive attitude," or "He is really negative." While these terms are descriptive and may have some value, they are too general to be of much use in addressing attitude development in the context of a training program. For the purpose of our discussion, we'll define attitude as habits of thought. As such, there are 2 things we can know about attitudes. 1, they are acquired, and 2, they can be changed. It's important to understand the impact that attitudes have on learning and performance. The relationship between attitudes and behaviors is one of cause and effect. People behave in certain ways because they think in certain ways. If one attempts to change outward behaviors without addressing inward thoughts and attitudes, the changes wrought will most likely be temporary at best. A practical illustration of this occurs whenever employees behave one way when the boss is present and another way when they are unobserved or unsupervised. Suppose a staff person doesn't really think that using a disinfectant to clean the exam table every time is important. Of course, they will do so when a supervisor is present because they know that is the behavior that is expected. However, when not closely watched, they'll revert to that behavior which reflects the real thoughts and attitudes they have toward that particular task. Unless the person also changes their attitude, they will not maintain long-term changes in behavior. From a training perspective, the difficulty lies in the fact that thoughts and attitudes cannot be directly measured. We can see what people do, but we cannot look behind the behaviors to directly see the thoughts and attitudes that drive them. How then can we affect change in the habits of thought that are present in those that are being trained? It certainly takes more than a worksheet or fill-in-the-blank test can provide. It takes consistent modeling of desired behaviors and reinforcement through example. Another way of saying it is that skills are taught, but attitudes are caught. This modeling is best accomplished by incorporating your best performers into your training program as trainers or role models. By equipping your best performers to also act as trainers, you have the added benefit of ensuring a best practices approach to skills training. This is not to say that the best performers are automatically the best teachers. However, they are the ones that should be relied upon to demonstrate the skills and knowledge being taught, as well as the attitudes that are desired in performing them. A critical part that should be included in training to help shape attitudes and drive performance is goals. It has been said that he who aims at nothing hits every time. By incorporating goal setting into a training program, accountability and motivation are increased, and the opportunity for addressing attitudes is created. Most of us know that goal setting is an important thing to do. The problem is, we simply don't do it. Another way of saying it is that people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. By setting goals, trainees participate in creating the parameters for their own measurement and success. The goal-setting process should not be one in which management dictates from the top down what each person's goals are. Rather, it should be a process that includes dialogue with the staff person to establish what needs to be done, when and how it will be done, and finally, what the consequences of achieving or not achieving the goals will be. As an aid to help in the goal-setting process, remember